You want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but want a winner's reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
All these different definitions of snitching, man. Seem like every year it's a, snitching get redefined and it's a new definition and all this, that, and the third, But really what's taking place, man, is everybody is redefining snitching for their own convenience. Now, you got some people that say it's not considered snitching if you tell on your enemy. If you in the streets gang banging, or even if it's not gang banging, if you get into it with somebody that's from a different area and y'all got issues and you tell on them, that it's not considered snitching. You got some people that think it's not considered snitching if you tell on somebody that you don't even know, but you might have had an altercation with them, spur of the moment type of thing, and you testify on them, give a statement, call the police or whatever the case may be. Some people don't consider that snitching. Then on the other hand, you got some people that do consider it snitching if somebody who goes to work every day, ain't never been in the streets, somebody like that tells and testifies or whatever the case may be. Look, man, this is the realest definition of snitching that you're going to get. Snitching is very basic. If you are in the streets, if you live in the street life, whatever it may be, if you interacting with other people in the streets, doing street shit, and you help the police or help the law enforcement do their job, that's snitching. As we all know, there's various different ways that somebody in the streets can help the police do their job. But if you help the police do their job, it's snitching. See, I know some people think it's a regional thing, all these different definitions of snitching. Some people think it's a generational thing. Whatever the case, I'm from Long Beach, California, grew up in the 90s. The earlier part of my childhood, like elementary school and things, from all through the 80s and the early 90s, I lived in Pacoima, California. Grew up around gangsters, killers, hustlers, all that type of shit there in Long Beach. The definition of snitching the understanding about snitching that I came to understand was basically that you don't help the police do their job at all. And what a lot of motherfuckers don't know is police don't even like snitches and they don't respect snitches. And you have a lot of cases where somebody might think that they, by snitching, that they getting themselves off the hook. But if the police can find something else on you, they gonna still feed you to the wolves. They don't give a damn about you. Police don't even snitch on each other. Of course, they gonna use you if your ass want to do some snitching. But at the end of the day, they don't respect snitches. They pretty much gangsters they damn self, the police. They criminals and all that shit too. And they abide by a lot of the same ethics that we abide by in the streets. And that's one of them. They don't do no snitching. They do dirt with each other all the time. And if something go down, they zip their lips. This is the police. So if they're like that, then why would you cooperate with them and help them do their job against somebody else in the streets in any kind of way? You dig? Like I say, where I come from, it's dishonorable. It's cowardly. It's punk shit, sucker shit, whatever which way you want to slice it. You dig? We do not, in the streets, we do not help the police do their job in any kind of way possible. I've been shot before. I don't know the individual that shot me. It was a motherfucker that robbed me. You know what I mean? Spur of the moment type thing. I don't know him at all. But if the police, and it happened back in the days, you dig? But hypothetically speaking, if the police came to me and said, Freeze, we think we got the guy that shot you, I'm not finna help him identify nothing. I'm not finna give him no information. And this is a motherfucker that shot me that I don't know. So in a sense, he's an enemy because he shot me and tried to rob me. And he's also somebody that I don't know, that I got into a situation with. But I'm not helping the police do their job on no kind of level in any shape, form, or fashion. I just don't get down like that. It's just the way that I'm built and the way that I was groomed and raised. shaped and molded. I just can't do that and live with myself at night. I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror knowing that I helped the police do their job, because I know that they are totally against me. And I know that at any moment in time, if they can get me and put me away forever, that's what they're going to do. So me having that understanding about them in the way that they get down and how they think, move, and all this, that, and the third, I'm not helping them do their job in no kind of way. So bottom line, that's the real definition of snitching. Like I said, that's the realest definition of snitching that you're going to get. 2019, everybody got their different variations. And really what it is, like I said, motherfuckers redefine snitching for their own convenience. You know, oh, and furthermore, for somebody we call them in the streets, we call them civilians. If you're somebody who has never been in the street life, you never was involved in criminal activity or street shit whatsoever, you the type of person that you've always been the type to get up and go to a 9 to 5. You work 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? You're not in the streets hanging out, gang banging, doing criminal shit. If you're one of them type of individuals, like somebody's mama or somebody's daddy, you know, that goes to work every day, if one of those types of people calls the police or helps the police do their job, we don't consider that snitching. You dig? That's a civilian. Civilians don't fall under the same rules that we fall under in the streets. You dig? But the bottom line is, if you know that about yourself, because at the end of the day, motherfuckers really, if they sit and analyze themselves, they know that about themselves. They know that if they get into a situation, they're going to fold. So if you know you that type of individual, stay your ass out the streets. Don't have nothing to do with it. And I don't give a fuck what type of individual it is, as far as like they done did a whole bunch of killing, or they done sold a million kilos of dope and made billions of dollars. I don't give a damn what kind of individual it is, what their resume is in the streets. All of that shit is null and void once you snitch. So if it's a motherfucker that supposedly did all this pimping and, you know what I mean, he done pimped up for a mansion and all these exotic cars and jewelry and all this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, when he go down, he snitch on somebody, or he cooperating with the people, he helping them do their job, all that shit don't matter, because now you're a snitch. All that shit, all your credibility is washed. Same thing with if you selling dope, or if you a gangbanger and you done killed a million of your enemies in the streets and all this, that, and the third. Once you snitch, all that shit don't matter no more. You dig? And in the penitentiary, all that gangster shit that a lot of people do in the streets, you know, like that's the real true test. You know what I mean? That's the realest. That's as real as it get. You know what I mean? When you, cause see, like I say, people got their own different definitions and they redefine shit all the time. But when you go to the pen, you're not going to be able to walk the main line, at least in California, if you're a black person. Other ethnicities I can't speak for. But if you're a black man in California and you go to the penitentiary and they want to see your paperwork, and they see in your paperwork that you done cooperated with the police, and you try to explain like, oh man, you know, that was somebody from my enemy hood, you know what I mean? Some nigga I don't get along with, or that was some nigga that tried to rob me. I don't know who that is, you know what I mean? But, you know, yeah, I took the stand. I testified, or yeah, when police came, I made a statement. In the penitentiary of California, they not trying to hear none of that. You can't walk the main line. You're not going to be able to walk the main line. You're going to have to PC up or get killed, or risk getting killed, you know what I mean? Get hurt real bad in the process of somebody trying to kill you. You dig? So, like I said, that's where it's as real as it gets. You dig? In the penitentiary, that's as real as it get. And that's where everybody understand the true definition of snitching, and they ain't trying to hear no explanation. Once motherfuckers see that you done cooperated with them people, they not trying to hear none of that. You dig? So, there you have it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell when you subscribe. Appreciate you for all of that. And as always, put some love in your life, man. As you can see, I'm almost depleted, man. I done put a whole bunch of love in my life today. I'm about to have to go refill up on my love in a minute, you dig? I holla.
I ain't no better, I'd say you tryna seduce a pimp. That coochie is Gucci, but you can't make me overuse it, bitch. Just hit her with some reverse pimpin' psychology so she can make a move and we can get to some biology. A pimp gotta cover his tracks, that's all a part of it. So when she blame a pimp in our argument, bitch, you started it. Bitch, I'm gon' fuck on you, 'cause you been down getting a pimp's money.